Yes, sir. Started. Started, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, participants, and welcome to this inaugural session of certification program in data science. Myself, Keshav, I am the program director, and I would like to welcome our faculty, Dr. Shantanu Pathak, and start with the conversation and take you through to the overview of certification program in data science. Hopefully you would be in a better position and skilled person and ready to deploy resource when we arrange the campuses in the next year when the course gets completed in the month of Feb. And welcome once again, and welcome Dr. Shantanu and Mrs. Manjiri. I would hand over the proceedings to Dr. Shantanu. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. You had seen a wonderful introduction by Keshav, sir. Uh, so, thank you. Now, I welcome participants for this course. I hope I am audible clearly.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah, okay. So, I don't have any PPT as such, but I will be speaking a brief overview. Yeah. So understand, guys, this data science today is a big name. AI, data science, machine learning. Today, industry is being churned by these names, and there is a great transformation happening in this complete software industry, or rather, I would say, in all the industries because of these names. So, we are here to discuss about data science, AI, Gen AI, machine learning, big data, and all these kind of things in this complete course, so that you are eligible to face the challenges which are going to come in coming days. Okay, for this purpose, Keshav sir has expertly, you know, uh, made this syllabus, and we have taken help for expert faculties and industry people to revise this syllabus. So I would give you the overview of the syllabus and the importance of various modules in the data science, so that you can connect the dots and study in a synthesis manner rather than analytical manner. In the sense, understand. A wonderful data scientist, he not only does the analysis, not only does the separate things, or does separate out the things, but after separating, the expertise of the data scientist or a good AI engineer is that he combines all the analysis together and gets a positive outcome out of it, that is called a synthesis. So, uh, so let us have an overview of this complete course. So, starting with the basic, now today we are going to have foundational course classes for some hours today and next few days. So, understand, guys, today whatever AI or machine learning or data science is going, tomorrow it is going to be mandatory that everybody should know programming. Everybody should know logic building. Even if today many people say that, sir, Gen AI will generate the programs. What is the need that I should learn the programming point? Okay, I'll just give a prompt to Gen AI, chat GPT को मैं कुछ बोल दूंगा, and immediately it will give me some output like, okay, this is the program. But understand, students, that even if chat GPT or Gen AI is going to give you some program, if you don't have capability to understand or you know really see what is the content of that program, what is happening by that program, then what is going to happen is you will just have some program with you, but then you'll not really understand what this GenAI is telling you. So that's why we have foundational classes. We have Python as a programming language all over this course. Then also we would really request, because see, many of the students, they are not from a technical background. We request you to please okay, put your efforts in logic building. We are not saying that you should be very well versed with the syntaxes of Python and many other languages which you will be seeing while this course goes on. But we request you that you should try to build the logic. Okay, that is more important than the syntaxes. So that's why we have the foundation classes. We will also have Python classes. That is first point. Then second important point is that you should be well versed with the database technologies, like SQL is there. In big data also there will be some database technologies. When we will be seeing the data visualization like Power BI, Tableau, they also use databases in the background. Excel or advanced Excel, you can treat Excel and advanced Excel also as a database kind of tool which can manipulate with the data. So this is another very important point which you should know, that database handling of the database is important. So first thing is logic building, second thing is understanding of the databases, then third important thing comes up is the visualization part, that is Excel, Power BI, Tableau. These are the tools for visualizing or showing you how your data is, what your data is going to convey. And communication comes here. When we are talking about data visualization, communication is a key, and that's why we have arranged communication and English classes. Understand students that even if you are very good in technology, if you cannot speak it well, if you cannot communicate it, then it's of no use. Practically it's like a very costly think about there is actually this happened with me. I had a very costly bottle of scent. Okay, that was a very costly bottle of scent, but then somehow it was jam packed, the bottles, the throat was jam packed, somehow that was jam packed, and the scent would never come out. So even if I had this very costly bottle, rather I think today also I have that costly bottle with me somewhere at my home, but I cannot use it. So it is very costly scent, but I cannot use it because it is choked up. So understand, communication is the way forward. Even if you learn all these things, even if you learn logic, even if you learn uh, database visualization, but if you cannot communicate, it would be very difficult. Then above all, nowadays there is a very important thing which is cloud and Linux, because understand that people are not going to use nowadays desktops or laptops. Like, how many of you are logging in from your mobiles? Like, I am logging in from mobile. So many of you are mostly logging in from mobile or some tab or something, right? So point is that everything is going into cloud. Now cloud is becoming a new desktop or laptop. People don't want to carry a lot of heavy things. So this Linux and cloud computing is very important. All these things, data visualization, Python, database, your AI, big data is getting hosted on the cloud. So that's why Linux and cloud is another very important part, which is of the technology, which is very important. Now after all this technological background, there is a basic most important basis of all these things, that is advanced analytics. So understand statistics and advanced analytics, okay, is very essential to substantiate all these concepts. Even if you very well you know logic, very well you know the database, uh, very well you know how to use the Gen AI, but then if you don't know statistics and advanced analytics, then you will not be able to relate to the basics. So that's why it's a very important thing that you should know the statistics and advanced analytics part very well. And on the top, so these are all basic things, and on the top of like we say on the cake, there is a cherry. So there are two cherries in this data science cake. One chair is Gen AI, machine learning, deep learning, and another chair is big data. These are the two important modules which can really convert you into placements. Okay, there is data visualization also. There are few companies who really are looking for data visualization engineers and data visualization people. So these are the three important things which will really convert you into placements, that is Gen AI, machine learning, AI, and another thing is big data. So this is the complete overview of the whole data science course. Remember, guys, even if you are very well in all these technical things, but if you lack aptitude, you will not be able to crack the rounds. If you lack aptitude and communication, you will be difficult. It would be very, very difficult for you to crack the company interviews. So we really request you with technical skills, you should develop the non-technical skills like aptitude and communication as well. So with this little bit of introduction regarding our course and overview of the complete syllabus, I'd like to thank DYPMS, DYPRF, and IACSD for giving me chance to introduce this. I wish you all the very best for this course. I'm very happy to see all of you very enthusiastic in this course on Sunday morning. You are participating. So thank you all. Let's have a continuation with the basic classes. Understand, students, one very important thing that the culmination, the whole thing, all of the technologies can be showcased to the companies only by the project. So that's why we have importance to the project as well. At the end, we would be also doing the capstone project, and you are supposed to showcase that project. So there, everything, all the technologies will get tested. Okay. So with this, I would like to request Manjiri madam to continue. Thank you. Any clarification anybody has regarding the syllabus or anything you can ask?
I have one question.
Yes, please.
Okay. Do I get this recording sessions or I have to record it?
This recording will be taken care by us, will be managed by us,
Okay.
and we would be providing you with the recordings time to time.
Yeah.
But remember that the sessions are long and their recordings will be large, so it may take up a little bit of time to upload them. So
Okay.
it may not be like immediately after the session you may not receive the recording. Maybe in 1 or 2 hours you may have to wait to receive the recordings. But we make sure that all the recordings are available to you. Also, whatever contents, whatever PPTs, whatever material, whatever assignments are shared by the faculty members, all the experts would be
Yeah.
available to you in the Google Drive, which we would be sharing it to you once the necessary things are happening. Okay, once your registrations and all details are taken care, uh,
Okay.
then coordinators will convey you the links where all the material will be stored, and uh, time to time faculties will come and share their material and keep on uploading the recordings, and this will happen time to time. And the advantage of that is that you can see the recordings or review the recordings at any time. I would i would request you that whenever possible, please participate in live sessions, because we have seen students who participate in live sessions, their understandings are far better, far better than those who go and try to see the recordings.
Yeah.
One thing is, in the live session, you are interacting with the person, so it is very easy to ask question and communicate. It's not boring. But seeing a recording tends to be boring because you are alone and there is nobody around. But in when you are in the live session, there are few people around. They may ask some question, they will interact and all those things. So we really request you that as much as possible, participate in the live classes, do the assignments, try to ask questions, clarify things, rather than depending on chat gpt or depending on the recordings, because that would be very, very dynamic. And we have seen those who are regular in live sessions, regularly asking doubts or clarifying things. Ashish, it's very nice to see you that you are enthusiastic.
Yeah.
We really wish you that keep this enthusiasm throughout, and we really are behind you that to support you. Like Keshav sir is really going to support you for placements, and we are going to support you for technical stuff. So all the best. Very nice to see you, all of you, enthusiastic about the course. Yes. Any
Thank
other
you.
clarification?
Thank you.
Yes.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Clear.
Perfect. I have one small question. Each module has like 18 hours. Could you give me an approximation of what each module, like how long each module will take, like in weeks? Would that be around like 2 to 3 weeks?
Every
Just as
week
like
you
a
can,
pacing.
yeah,
Okay, sir, let me
roughly,
answer this.
yeah, okay, Keshav sir.
So there will be a tentative timetable which will be shared with you, which is the start date and which is the end date, right? So suppose we say 18 hours, that means 3 weekdays. Okay. So one Saturday, Sunday, and one Saturday. So 3 days, 18 hours. Every weekend, every day we'll have 6 hours. Every weekend, that is Saturday 6 hours, Sunday 6 hours. But
Okay.
we say 18 hours, so it may take one Saturday, 2 Sundays, or 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday, like that, right?
Okay. I
Tentative
see.
timetable will be shared, which day it is starting and which day the module is going to end. That will be shared by next week when the foundation classes are concluded.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Uh,
Thank you.
Shantanu, there is one more question I need to ask.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So when the course will start, right? Like you start teaching us. So if I have any doubts while clearing the assignments, okay, in between, so I can directly connect with you or any person who is teaching.
Faculty members, yes. Soon we will be creating a WhatsApp group
Okay.
where whenever the faculties are there, they would be joining in the same WhatsApp group. And overall, Keshav sir and there would be some people who will be coordinating for technical stuff. I will be there. So
Okay.
you can ask the queries on that group, and the technical expert people would be able to answer you there. Plus you can we will try to arrange some physical sessions at the institute where even the experts would be physically present so that you can come and interact with them and clarify your doubts. Also there would be some time to time there would be some exams so that evaluation, so that you are also encouraged, you feel encouraged that okay, I am learning and how much I am learning. So we
Yeah.
also get to know how much you are learning, plus you also feel encouraged, so like that
Okay.
thing. So yes, and assignments you can clarify over the WhatsApp, or even sometimes necessary some personal calls.
Yeah, because I'm not from the like technical background, right? So that's
Yeah.
what I thought I should ask.
Yes, thank you for that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other clarification?
If there are no clarifications, let me just add few more things what Dr. Shantanu has shared. Couple of things very important that you should be ready for the session 5 minutes before the start of the session. You can join with two devices, join with your mobile, join with your laptop, join with your tab, etc. But then always advisable to join with your laptop so that you can side by side solve the problems which are being solved by the faculty, trainer, and some of the assignments, some of the exercises which are being asked to you to get it done, right? In the class or the lab itself. If you're joining from the mobile, then it may be difficult for you to solve those assignments on the mobile. My advice is that join from multiple devices you can join. That is allowed, right? Our idea is that everyone should learn and absorb the technology very well so that at the end of the program, it is very much easy for us to convince the companies to hire you or to select you. That will happen, of course, for those who are going to opt for the placement assistance. So they have to be very, very thorough with their concepts, with their basics, and these foundation classes have been arranged taking into consideration that the students are coming from mixed backgrounds, some are from technical background, some are from non-technical background, and that's what Dr. Shantanu said, the understanding of basic technological terms is very necessary to move ahead further in the domain. certain things, we will come back to you again and again. We will share the drive link where the recordings will be shared, where the study material will be shared, where the assignments will be shared, where the presentations will be shared. So all these things so that you will have access to the study material, the recordings, the assignments, and we will also share some of the in between from time to time feedback links which you need to share your opinion in the through the feedback so that we can take whatever suggestions are coming from your side that can be incorporated within the modules or within the course schedule, etc. In case anyone has any query from me or Dr. Shantanu, we are here. And after that, we will proceed and we will hand over the proceedings to Mrs. Manjiri. She will start with the session. So, Manjiri ma'am, welcome and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Keshav sir. Thank you, Shantanu sir. Am I audible, sir?
Voice is bit low. Just check your.
Now, sir, is it okay?
Still, it is low.
It's low. Okay. Is it okay, sir, now?
Now it is okay.
Okay, fine. A very good morning to all of you. My name is Manjiri Deshpande, and I'm going to your instructor for the session of C programming. So I'm really excited with you, and today we are going to start our most powerful and the fundamental programming language used in computer science, that is one of the C language. And C is the foundation of many modern languages like C++, then your Java and Python. By learning C, definitely you will get not only the knowledge of how to write the programming, but also how to build the logic. That is also you will definitely going to understood. And C is one of the language which is going to be give you the knowledge of how the low level programming is going to be done, how the memory management is going to be done, and internally how the system level operation is going to be done. Everything is going to be how it is going to be handled in a deeper level. That is going to be, you will get the knowledge by using this C programming. So in today's session, will start with the basics first. That is the structure of C programming, the data types, the variables, the control statements, and gradually build up to more complex topics like function and arrays. Okay. So this session is designed to be interactive. So feel free to ask questions and we'll enjoy the learning process. So I'm going to start our journey of the C programming. There is a little bit, if we can say, I just want to give the instruction related that whatever the communication we are going to do in between this session, the communication should be done with the help of chat box. If you have any eager question, if you are not wait for that question, please type inside the chat box because recording is going on. So that's why I prefer to use the chat box. I'll definitely means I'm going to monitor whatever your queries with the help of chat box. I'm definitely communicate with you. Is it clear to all of you? So let me check how many of you are aware whatever instructions I'm giving you. So let me check how many of you are able to give me the communicate with me with the help of chat box. Yes. So 2 people is only interacted with me. What about rest of the people? Definitely. Okay. So good going. So let me ask you before sharing my screen, or I'll share first my screen and then I'm going to ask you, how many of you have the little bit knowledge about the programming? Not only any programming language, do you know? Or do you have the knowledge about that? So let me check how many of you have the little bit knowledge about the C programming, the C++, Python, Java. So many languages are there. Okay. Warren is there. I'm pronouncing right your name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do know a bit about programming. Yeah.
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 Okay. Okay. Which language do you know? The programming
Um,
language?
right now, I think Python is like the simplest
Okay.
one for me to kind of like use really. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that is become a brush up session for you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Rest of the people, I want a reply from your side also, that how many of you have the knowledge, or if you don't have also, please feel free to tell me that we don't have or we don't have any clue about that what is this languages and all. We only know the communication languages like, yes. Okay, fine. So I can understand you are not replying anything means you don't know about any language.
Uh,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yes.
actually I don't know about this in languages.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
new in
Fine.
this. Yep.
Doesn't matter. I'm here for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Vinith, it said. Okay. Fine. Fine. So I'm going to start by considering the background of so many people. I'm just starting from the basic first, and then I'm giving you some little bit advanced topic, and then I'm focusing on that topic. Okay. So I'm here for uh, to help you in the basic topic, like how to write the variables, what is the variables, what is the loop, what is the control statement. So these are topics definitely help you for building your basic, and definitely it is going to be help you for your advanced, whatever the Python, whatever the data science you are doing, for logic building things you are going to do. That is definitely it is going to be help you. Okay. So fine, I'm going to start with my slides. So one by one, I'll cover the slides, and according to that, I'll show you some examples with the help of program typing, or I'll type the program in front of you. I'll give you some coding example along with that. So I'll just start. Everybody knew this thing, but some of the people don't know. For them, I'm just include this thing inside my slide. That is the classification of generation of computer. Why it is going to be included over here? Because you have to know how the evolution of your computer technology is going to be done, and whenever the computer hardware things are going to be uh, built in a compact way, we can say bigger to smaller. Okay. So that moment your computer languages are also helping them for creation of the software thing. Okay. So in the first generation computer, it's going to be handled the most important part for your, you can say, the hardware thing, that is the vacuum tubes are there. Okay, vacuum tubes based computers are there. In the second generation, the transistors are there. And the third, that is the integrated circuit based, that is your, we can say, this is just a start of your microprocessor. We can say the processor and the microprocessor, these terminologies are just beginning with this third generation. In the fourth generation, definitely the microprocessor based computers are coming over there. And the first generation right now is not a fourth, that is fifth generation. We are right now in this fifth generation, that is a AI based tools. So many AI based tools in the market available right now. So based on this generation and based on this classification, your programming languages are also going to be changed according to the requirement, according to the your whatever the hardwares are changed. For handling that hardware, the software technology is definitely going to be changed, or for creation of that software technology, or for creation of the software, we required a programming language. Okay. So these are some computer that is the based on the, you can say, the size. Okay, the size, the supercomputers are very huge. Size is there, maybe 2 or 3 rooms are going to be acquired. Then the mainframe computers, little bit size is going to be smaller, but not so much small. It's become a little bit lesser size, we can say. Then the mini computers are there, that then the personal computers are coming, and the microcomputers currently we are using anywhere. Not only microcomputers, we are using anywhere the computer, that is your inside mobile also there is a computer. We can say that is a mobile computing thing is going to be done in your this thing is handled in your mobile also. So everywhere is the computer. You knew already that in the car is also going to be launched in India, that is a Tesla. So this is also AI based, and there is so many computer related things over there, right? So these are the one of the thing currently it's going on, that AI, that is a we can say that is a 5th generation computers are we are currently right now. So based on that, the languages are going to be changed, their processors are changed, their hardwares are changed. For handling their hardware processor, we require the programming language. So according to that, your languages, the computer languages are going to be changed. So what happened exactly in the first generation? That is a vacuum tubes are there. Yes. So these are the very huge in size, as well as for handling them, so many peoples we required. And these are their speed is very slow, and for writing the programming in that that supercomputer, we can say, or inside the vacuum based tube computers, we can say there is a machine language is only going to be used. So machine language is a not easy language. There is a very we can say the combinations of zeros and ones, the binary means what? Bi means two only digits are there. That is a combination of 0 and 1 only is going to be understood by your computer. So the machine language is totally based on that. If you want to write, delete, or if you want to, or not only delete, if you want to do the process like a delete, if you want to move file from one folder to another folder, or you want to move the cursor also, there is so many, but what we can say, the code we need to generate in the based on the combination of 0 and 1. So it's very difficult to understand. We need to do the proper, we can say, graduation, or we can say the degree in that machine level language or the machine language. Then only then we are able to handle that language. Okay. So this is one of the thing about this vacuum based or the first generation computer. So machine language is the only thing we need to understand. We need to learn this combination of 0 and 1. Then and only then we are going to handle this thing. The next, there is a transistor based computers are coming. So little bit, not so much changes are going to be done over there. Only the thing is, for making the size lesser, they are we can say their main aim was at that time to make the size lesser and speed. That is also one of the important thing, that the process should be the faster. For that, they are going to be generate, or we can say they are invented this transistor, and based on that transistor they are handling the processes. But the thing is, again, we need to learn, we need to understand, for handling that transistor based computer, we require the assembly language and the machine language. Assembly languages doesn't have so many, we can say, not a human friendly or human readable or a natural language kind of thing in that assembly language, but little bit words are coming from, or the letters coming from the English language. Okay. And the machine language is also included over there. So these things are going to be invented in your second generation. In the third generation, what happened, guys? There is a one of the important invention is going to be done. That is the IC, that is the integrated circuit, as well as one of the important invention is that is a high level language is coming into the picture. What is meant by high level language? That is a human understandable language. That means the machine language is going to be deprecated? No, not at all. The machine language is still over there. The thing is, one of the invention of the translator kind of things are going to be invented at that moment. Whenever the high level language is coming into the picture, we can say, of that hardware or software thing, at that moment what happened, guys, the translator is one of the important person, or the important software is going to be created. What is the job of that translator? The job of the translator is what? Convert your high level language into the machine language. And again, the instructions which is we are provided in the high level language, we understood that human understood only the English or a high level language, that is a natural language, right? So that high level language is going to be converted into the machine for understanding the machine, that is 0 and 1. That is their what we can say headache. And we are going to only understood the English language, we can say, that is a internationally recognized language. So that machine is converted into the high level again. So this process is going to be done with the help of translator. So we'll discuss that translator part also. So this high level language is helping you, and we can say these are the one of the language which is going to, because of this, not be required that specific person is the handler of the computer, or the specified degree or the graduation we need to do, then and only then that engineer person is only handle this thing, not able to, means only that person is not, anybody can uh, be that we can say anybody can learn the that any computer based language if they know the little bit knowledge about the English, as well as they have little bit knowledge of the logic and the statistics, is definitely they also going to learn any programming language, because of that high level languages coming into the, we can say, coming into the technology part, or the evolution part, we can say. Okay, that is computer related. Okay, then the next thing is the VLSI, that is a very, we can say, large scale integration, or the microprocessor thing is coming. So what happened in the fourth generation, the size of the computer has become very compactable, that anybody can be handle it very easily. That single person can handle, not only the so many people are working on only one computer, there is a single person can work on that single computer. So that is going to be possible with the help of this VLSI, and the size has become very compact. Then there is a high level language definitely is going to be handled with this. Okay, and currently we are in the fifth generation, so only the voice recognition, we can say, devices are there. There is a finger recognition, there is a retina recognition devices are there. So with the help of that, there is a touch screen, so many things in this generation computer we are going to develop, or still we are in the developing phase, we can say. And we are these are going to be handled with the help of your natural languages, like the human understandable languages currently also. So for that reason, we need to understand how this computer language is coming into the picture. We'll just get a little bit, we can say, history about how this computer language is going to be what we can say, the history of your computer language. We are just discussed why we need to learn, and what are the different phases of this journey of your computer language, that is we are discussed with the help of that classification, as well as the generation of the computer. Now we are going to discuss what is exactly the computer program. So for example, suppose I want to program that, we can say, I want to start or I want to print something, or I want to add something, which is I mentioned inside my slide. What we need to do, first we need to understand what exactly we need to add. So for addition, we required a two number. Yes, so two numbers we required. Okay, and with the help of that adding of that two number, the third number is going to be generated. Is it? So like that instructions we need to give step by step to our computer, because computer doesn't understood, or computer only understood the step by step instruction. So what is meant by computer program? Computer program is nothing but the step by step instructions we need to provide. We need to provide to our computer. That is nothing but your programming language. Okay, like suppose you are opening any folder. You need to click on that folder, right? You need to select that folder, or you need to double click on that folder. Then and only then you can open that folder. And inside that folder, suppose there is a file, you are going to open that file. So this is the one of the step-by-step thing for opening a particular file, right? So similarly, suppose you want to add, delete. These are the one of the, we can say, add, insert, delete, update, and we can say select. These are the CRUD operations, right? CRUD means what? These are the, we can say, crude or curd, whatever. These are the words is going to be used in the general whenever we are doing the develop any software. So the developer job is what? They have to perform on these operations. They have to do these operations, means insert, then delete. If the data is not inserted, then how we can delete it? Okay, that is the empty thing we can say. If you are trying to open anything, if there is a file is not there, how you can open that? The similar thing is there. Okay, so these are the things you need to perform step by step. That is nothing but your what? That is a program. So set of instructions written in a sequential manner to we can say to achieve particular task. Okay, to achieve particular task. That is nothing but your computer program, right? So let's check it out, how to start, or how to what we can say write, or what are the different scenarios. Not only scenario, we can say there is a different things related to the programming language. That is we are going to start. So first we need to understand what are the basic of your programming language, or what is the basic thing about the programming language. So the programming language basic, or the classified into the two types. Specifically, there is a low level language and a high level language. So low level language means a language which is only and only understandable to your computer or the machine, we can say. So machine understandable language is known as a low level language. So I already mentioned that low level language, one of the binary thing. What is meant by binary? Bi means two. There is only two digits are there. The combination of 0, 1 is nothing but your machine language or a low level language. One of the assembly languages also is a one of the low level language, because some symbols are there which is helping you, or it is some symbols that is known as a mnemonics, that is going to be written, or that whatever the code inside that, it's little bit about some English words or the letters coming over. Suppose I want to move some file from one location to another, or from one file to another, or one folder to another folder, then at that time there is a MOV, like to move, capital letter MOV will be there. Suppose I want to delete something, so DEL, like that commands or the mnemonics are there. So that symbol is helping you, that telling you that this is something you are trying to move. But again, along with the move, there is so many zeros and ones are also included over there. So we can't say that this is a fully high level language. This is also a part of a low level, that is your assembly language. Then the next thing is high level language. So high level language is nothing but English language. But we can't say any programming language is a fully English language, because English is having so many similar words are there for a one word. So we can't say, but we can say like that ki this is a English, but whatever the words is used in any programming language, they have a predefined meaning. Predefined meaning means what? Their meanings are already defined by their developers. So we can't give two meanings to one word. Like in English, there are so many similar synonymous words are there. But in C language, this is not, or the not a C language, there is any high level language doesn't have two meaning for a single whatever the words we are going to use in the programming language. Okay, any programming language, not only C language, but whenever you learn any other new languages also, whatever the words, whatever the operators, or whatever the different syntaxes you are going to learn, that doesn't have the two meanings, we can say. Only single predefined meaning is there. So that's why we can't say that this programming language is fully English language. Okay, this is a C language, Python language, your C++, we can say. Okay, then the next one of the important thing, that is a middle level language. That is your C language. What is meant by middle level language? Middle level language is the language which consists of both features of low level as well as high level. The language which consists of the features of low level as well as high level, that language is nothing but middle level language. So C language is one of the language which is having a features of, we can say, we can develop any application also, that is a application software also, and we can develop any system software also. So most probably system softwares are going to be developed with the help of little bit of low level programming. Okay, and application softwares are going to be built with the help of most probably there is a high level things are going to be used. High level languages is going to be used. Okay, so we'll just check it out. What is this high level and low level? But you will get some idea what is this programming language. Yes, programming language, machine language is nothing but your computer understandable, that processor, hardware, how they are communicate with each other with the help of this machine level language. And we'll get the output again by machine to high level, because we only understood that human is only understood the high level, that is the English language. Okay, is it clear to all? Now we are moving towards, hope everybody is clear, hope everybody is understanding. Yes, whatever the speed I am taking, hope everybody is understanding. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Then the next thing is translator. So what is in by translator? That if we are going any other country, so what happened? There is some person is sitting, or there is not every time that there is some persons are known as an interpreter person, right? So they are helping you from translating your language into that particular country level country, whatever the mother tongue is there, their language, and again they are converting into our language, right? Whatever they are saying, this is they are converting into their our language, right? So most probably you saw in news whenever there are so many whatever the political things are going to be happened. Currently there is a AI tool is available for converting our whatever we are speaking in any regional language, any Indian language, any German language, or Russian language, right? They definitely converted into English language, right? So these are nothing but the translators are there. These are nothing but the translator, which is converting our natural languages or human understandable languages or regional languages into the English language, which is an internationally recognized language, right? So similarly, your translators. So there are three translators are there, but we are most focusing on, and sometimes definitely I'm using so many times compiling word. Okay, so we are more focus is on the compiler. Okay, so compiler is one of the translator which is helping you for converting C language into the low level language, that is a machine understandable language, and again machine language into the C language. So C language used compiler. Okay, so there are so many versions of the compilers are also there, but currently we are focusing on whatever this DU is having, that is a, I think C++ 11 is there. So we are using that. There is also so many, what we can say, things are going to be day by day is going to be done inside that compiler also. But we are focusing on the whatever the compiler is going to be used. Most probably it is using C++11 compiler is there, or C++ related that thing is there, because C is going to be again is the we can say C++ is the superset we can say, and C is the subset of your C++ we can say. So we'll just, whenever we are working on the C++, at that moment, I'll tell you about that. But compiler is the only, is helping you for the translating the things which is you are writing in that language, it's converted into your machine code. So that machine code is nothing but the object code. Okay, machine code which is translated from C language to the machine, that code is known as a object. Okay, so then the next is the assembler is also there, which is mostly used for the assembly language only, and the interpreter is similar like your compiler, but the thing is interpreter will interpret the language line by line, and compiler will compile the code or translate the code, complete whole code at a time. It is going to be translate, not a line by line, or we can say page, whatever the page you are typing, whatever the file you are typing, that file is at that moment it is going to be converted into that what we can say object code, or that conversion is going to be takes place page level we can say, or file level, but the interpreter will do line by line conversion. So that's why what happened, we'll just check it out. So this thing I already mentioned, but only thing is that source code, whatever the code you are typing in any language, it may be .c extension we are going to provide for the C language. Everybody clear about what is the extension? Whenever we are saving any file, there is a, suppose you are typing any word file. So there is a by default extension is .docx, right? So similarly, suppose there is a image is there, photo is there, there is a JPG, GIF, so many extensions are there, right? So similarly, suppose we want to tell our compiler this is a C file. So what we are going to do, that we are going to save it as a .c extension. We are precisely need to write .c extension. So that .c extension file, or the whatever the coding we are going to create any language, that file is known as a source code file. Okay, that source code file contains the particular language code. Okay, and that code, that source code is going to be, whenever it is going to your compiler, at that moment, whatever the conversion is going to be takes place, that source code into the machine code. So that machine code is known as a object code. Remember this thing. Okay, so let's check it out what the compiler is going to do. The compiler is what source code it is going to be take and it is converted into that object code, right? So once it convert that object code, what happened over there? This process is known as what, guys? Compilation process. That conversion of source code. Source code is nothing but .c code currently. If you are working with the CPP or the C++, then at that time it is a .cpp. If you are working with the Java, .java. If you are working with the Python, .py, right? So that file is nothing but source file. That source file is converted into that machine code that is known as a object code, right? The compilation is going to be takes place. That file is known as a object code. Okay, after that obj file, the conversion is going to be takes place into, or that file is going to one of the one more utility are there, like a compiler is one of the utility or resources there. So similarly, one more utility is there, that is a linker. Okay, linker, what it is going to do, the linker is going job is what, creating your object code file into the what, yes, .exe file in Windows. Okay, in Windows operating system, that is an executable file is known as a .exe file. That is nothing but your output generated file. Whatever you are typing, suppose you are doing addition A plus B. Suppose A contains 10 and B contains 20. So what will be the output? 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. So this is nothing but your output. This is nothing but your executable thing, right? So that is nothing but your I'll tell you about that. Currently, I'll just focusing on that. Okay, data science, what it is going to do. I'll tell you. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now just focus over here. So that executable file is nothing but your what, guys? That is the output file. So that is going to be generated by your linker. Remember this. Okay, so this is going to be done in a Windows operating system if you are using Linux and if you are using Unix. So there is a different name of that exe file. Okay, remember this thing. Exe is only for the Windows operating system. Remember. So that job is going to be done with the help of your first is what compiler is going to convert the object file, and that object code is going to be is going to be going to your linker first, and linker is going to convert it into the executable file. So this is going to be done with the help of your compiler, which is not going to be possible with the help of interpreter. Remember, guys. Okay, interpreter is always what the job of interpreter. It interpret the instruction line by line. Okay, it will interpret the instruction line by line, right? So what happens whenever you are typing any code, at that moment interpreter will tell you that this is you are typing the wrong syntax, you are typing something wrong. So at that moment interpreter will blink that or highlight you that error in a different way, right? So that is your interpreter job is going to be done. So what happened, it is line by line translation is going to be happen. So that's why interpreter is not able to generate that object code file, or because of that whatever object code is generated, but because the object code is not immediately going to be generated over there, it's taking some time, because it is the resulting what happened that whatever the code is going to be required, that a whole file we required for that creation of the executable file, right? So the whole code we are not able to get with the help of this interpreter. Only we are going to able to get with the help of compiler. So the compiler is responsible for generation of the exe file, which is not going to be possible with the help of interpreter. Please remember this thing. So that's why in some languages, for the creation of the executable file, the combination of interpreter and compiler is going to be used, like your Java. Java is having both this compiler as well as the interpreter. Okay, so your executable file, or we can say, if more precisely, if you want to understood what is executable file, that is nothing but the output file is going to be generated with the help of only and only compiler. It is not able to generate with the help of interpreter. Please remember this thing. The only thing is what you can get quickly or your errors, whatever you are typing mistake, or suppose you are doing any wrong syntax, it is telling you at that moment, okay, with the help of interpreter, which is not possible with the help of compiler. After typing whole code, compiler will, what happen, after finishing your typing everything, compiler will compile the code. So after typing, you will highlight your whatever the error will be there, but with the help of compiler. But it is not going to be possible with the help of interpreter. Only thing I want to tell you about this. Okay, and the assembler is only helping for assembly language, so we are not going to that much of in detail. You just go with this slide and just go that. Okay, but because my main focus is what only for the compiler and the interpreter I want to highlight. Okay, the next thing is you just go through this slide. If you have any query, you can ask me anytime. Okay, I'll share this slides also, but the assembler is only translation is going to be takes place with the help of means it is only assembly language is only handled with this assembler, not any other language. Okay. Then the next thing, this thing you already knew, but I'm just including what is this input device, what is this output device, what is the part of your CPU, that is central processing unit. But the thing is, I just want to tell you what is the communication is going to be done with the help of with whatever the from input device to output device. So that communication is going to be takes place with the help of hardware. So for handling this hardware, we require a software. Remember this thing. Okay. So that's why I mentioned this one. So these are the three parts over there: control unit, ALU, and the memory unit. Okay. So you knew everything. So I'm not going that much of detail. Then the next thing, software and hardware. Okay, so this thing also you knew it very well, but only the thing I just want to tell you why I included this thing, because you have to know the system software and application software. These are the two types of your software. So in your C programming, we can develop the system software nowadays also. There are so many we can say embedded systems, like your for handling your you can say microwaves, handling your washing machine, that is daily whatever the daily needed machines, that is also going to be handled with the help of this C programming. And their what we can say their uh, the machine is handling machine, we can say that embedded machine is known as. So their processing or their programming is going to be done with the help of the C programming. Not only this, guys, your compiler nowadays also, compiler, whatever the different language handling compilers are also built in your CPP and the C programming. Remember this thing. Your so many device drivers, which is how that is a low level programming, like you are handling your mouse or whatever the different drivers are there. Everybody knew this. What are the drivers? Or keyboard drivers are there, mouse drivers are there, sound drivers are there, voice drivers are there. So these drivers are also going to be developed with the help of this systems, or that is one of the type of your systems of what we can say hardware. So these handling these drivers, or this for handling this hardware, we require their drivers. So that drivers is going to be done with the help of your C and CPP itself. Okay, so let's moving towards what are the different types of the software. That is your operating systems. If you know the kernel of the operating system, that kernels are also going to be developed with the help of this C programming, CPP. If you are going through that in much of detail, that system level programming, if you are doing at that moment, you will understood that, guys, that these are going to be developed with the help of this C programming and CPP nowadays also, guys. Okay. Then the next thing, that is the application softwares are nothing but that the software which is going to be handle whatever the human whatever the task is going to be daily life performing. Suppose that task makes so much easier, that going to be done with the help of your application software, like handling any shop, any mall. At that moment, for handling that particular shop and mall, we are going to create that software. That software is known as a application software, like what we can say uh, reservation kind of systems are there. That is a air whatever seats or the booking, like hotels, restaurants, so many things are there. So for booking system, there is a, we can say, reservation making system. All these are known as a application software. Okay, but the main focus is on system software, that nowadays also still currently also we can say the C language and CPP language is one of the powerful feature is having. That is nothing but your system level programming can be done. So with the help of this your C and CPP. Okay, then the next is one of the important thing I want to, I'm just giving you not that much of brief about this, but only thing I want to tell you that how the low level programming is going to be done. Okay, so that is only I'm trying to show you. Okay, with the help of this number system. So why number system? Because number system is nothing but the way of counting. What way of counting? The way of counting whatever the things we are inserted in a high level language, that is going to be calculated, or that is going to be converted with the help of this number system. So number system is, we can say, the first stepping stone of your low level language. I'm just giving you the little bit about the one steps, we can say, or the small step of the low level language. So that's why we need to understand this 4 number system. First is the decimal number system. Decimal number system, that is, we are understood that the counting is going to be done with the help of human. That is, a human can count the way, that is nothing but the decimal number system. The base of the decimal number system, that is a 10. Okay. Then the binary number system, I mentioned so many times that machine language, bi means 2. That is nothing but your binary number system. The base is always 2 and only 0 and 1 is there. Only 2 digits are there. Inside the decimal number system, there is a 10 digits are there from 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9. That's why the base is 10. Then the next is the octal number system. This is also what we can say 8 is the base and the number is over there 0 to 7. Then the next is hexadecimal number system, that is 0 to 15 actually. But after the 9 number, there is whatever the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is going to be what we can say converted into the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, in the capital letter we can say. Okay, in some books they are mentioned in the small, but I'm precisely telling you that is you have to use capital. In some books they are mentioned, in some website also they are mentioned in the small letter, that is A, B, C, D, but we are focusing on the capital. Okay, so let's check it out. What is this binary number system? So most whatever the modern computers that modern computer system operate using the binary number system. So what is these binary number system? That is nothing but the combination of 0 and 1. Okay, that is nothing but the combination of 0 and 1. That is your binary number system. So this is I have one of the previous diagram along with me. So I'll just open that some readmes which is I have. Just give me a second. I just want to open the proper one. That is going to help you to understand the this binary number system. Give me a second, only guys. Yeah. Okay, so this binary number system, I already mentioned only 2 numbers are there, that is 0 and 1. Okay, so computer application where binary number system represented with these 2 symbols. Okay, for example, 101. Okay, base 2. Why I'm writing this base 2? Because we are not using any subscript and superscript thing over here. So we need a subscript one, that is a base 2. Okay, I'll draw in front of you if you don't mind over here. So I'll just use one blank notepad. Okay, and I'll draw over here. So your picture will be more clear about this. So okay. So now I'm going to type here. Hopefully it is going to be help me. So suppose there is a 10 and just type over here and 2. I don't think so. There is a base. Base is always draw in the, I'll draw with the help of pen. That is much better. So base 2. Like this it is going to be done. Okay. So this is nothing but the binary one. Suppose I'm typing like, suppose here, I'll just take any random number, suppose 5. And I want to convert it into the, what we can say, suppose there is some combination of 0 and 0, whatever. Okay, I don't know this number is what. I mean, how to convert it, I'll tell you in a few minutes. So I want to convert it into that decimal number. This is nothing but the binary number. And I want to convert it into decimal. Like this kind of thing is there. The conversion is going to be takes place from high level to low level. So base is nothing but like this. Okay. So let's check it out. The conversion is how it is going to be takes place. I'll just close this all and I'll just erase it. So you will get some idea. Delete this all for you. Okay. So this is nothing but your base. Okay. So you already knew this conversion, or some of the people don't know that bit is nothing but the smallest unit of your information. Then the next is that 8-bit. 8-bit is equal to 1 byte. Okay, 8-bit is equal to 1 byte. Then 1024 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte. Then 1024 kilobyte is equal to 1 megabyte, and 1024 megabyte into the 1 gigabyte. And similarly for the terabyte and the petabyte also. Okay, so similar conversion is you require, that is, this is going to be converted like this. Okay, so now we'll just check it out. I'll just give you the little bit, you can say, this conversion, how this kilobyte is going to be stored, megabyte, and the gigabyte is that. But we are main focus is the bit. Currently, we are main focus is the bit. And then rest of the things you knew it very well, right? So you will come to know, not you don't know, but you will come to know how this is going to be text based, right? So just try to focus over here, guys. So this is your, what we can say, this is your one of the how to calculate the binary number system, that is we are going to check over here. So suppose any number is giving over here, so that is going to be how the conversion is going to be takes place. First we'll just take it out, how to convert that decimal number into the binary. That is much better. Okay, decimal to binary. So consider one example of this you can say conversion. For example, you can use so many ways are there, but my job is I need to tell you in the easiest way, right? Easiest way conversion I want to show you. So I'll just open my previous one. Just to give me a second, guys. Okay, I'll just open this one. I'll just minimize this. And yeah, I have the notepad. I'm not taking so much time for this, or not so many things I don't want to mention. Only the thing is, I want to show you how the conversion is going to be text based. That is the main job I want to tell you. Okay, so suppose I'll take this one of the small number first, and then we'll go through that. Okay, so suppose just instead of this, I'm going to draw over here. So okay, I'm just trying to show you the easiest one. My drawing is not so much good. I'm trying to draw in front of you. Let's. Okay. So binary number system base is what, guys? 2. Okay. Why it is base 2? 0 and 1, because the two digits over here. So that's why there is a base is always 2. So whatever the, what 2 raised or the 2 raised to, we are taking that digits over there. Suppose there is a, okay, first thing is we are taking that is 2 raised to 0. Like this we are going to calculate. Then 2 raised to 1. Then 2 raised to 2. 2 raised to 2. So suppose I want to convert any number. Okay, that is a decimal number. So we need to use this technique. Or in a simple language, suppose there is a 8-bit. Okay, everybody know what is 8-bit, right? That is a 1 byte. Suppose I want to store any number, suppose into the 8-bit. So what I have to do? I have to take up to the, what, 2 raised to 7. Yes or no? So in that way, we can store that our particular, we can say number over there, because everything is, this thing is going to be because of the, whatever the data we are trying to store and we are trying to fetch from memory to our input device, memory to our output device, or we can say specifically the RAM is coming into the picture. That is, the RAM is the, whatever the data we are currently typing, first it is stored inside the RAM and then it is going to be stored inside the ROM whenever we are clicking on the save button. Is it? So whatever the number we are trying to store programmatically, basically integer numbers are there. There are so many numbers are there, or the types are there. According to the type, your data is going to be stored inside the memory. Okay, remember this thing. Whatever the type, according to the type, your data is going to be stored into the memory. So what happened, guys? For storing a single number, try to understand. The storing a single decimal number, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, up to the, we can say 9 currently, or any number up to the 100 or whatever the number, your computer is convert this number into their understandable form. That is nothing but the machine form. So how this machine form is going to be, that machine level language conversion is going to be takes place, that is I am showing you with the help of this 8-bit representation. Try to understand. Okay, 8-bit representation means what? 1 byte. So you can understood how that words, letters are also going to be converted internally. You will get some idea with the help of this decimal number system, with the help of this decimal to binary, because Rest of the octal and hexadecimal you will understood after whenever this conversion is going to be takes place. My job is what I am telling you, how your data conversion is going to be takes place from high level to low level. That is I am showing you with the help of this 8-bit representation. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you the rest of the 2 raised to 4, okay, and 2 raised to 5. I'm just trying to show you 2 raised to 6 and 7. Up to that your 8-bit is there, that is a 1 byte, right? So try to focus over here. Suppose I want to store 5 number, okay, 5 number, that is a decimal number. 5 is what is decimal number into the memory. So internally your computer or your compiler, there are so many processes there, and so many utilities are there. There is so many system level, we can say, hardwares are there. So one of the important one, that is your compiler plays important role. So compiler will convert this 5, which is a human understandable, that is a decimal number, into the binary. Binary is understandable to whom, guys? That is your computer. So how this conversion is going to be takes place, that is I am trying to show you with the help of this easy conversion technique. Actually, internally it is using that, that is one of the division and the remainder kind of thing. Division and the remainder. This part is also I'm going to show you. But the thing is, I'm just showing with the help of this first, and then I'm going to show you that hard, a little bit that mathematic calculation. Okay, so try to focus over here. 5. What is the 2 raised to 1? 2 raised to 0, that is 1. 2 raised to 1, that is 2. 2 raised to 2, that is 4. 2 raised to 3, that is 8. Am I right? Now, try to focus. When we are trying to store this 5, where it is going to be stored, or where it is the thing, how it is going to be converted from 5 to binary. So, you know, whenever we add 1 plus 4, we will get the result as a 5. So, wherever this addition up to with the help of what these 2 digits are helping you or not helping you, we can say the 2 digits are we can say when adding these 2 digits will get this 5. So wherever that digits are there, place it as a 1, placed over there as a 1 only, and rest of the digit place as a 0. So what is your binary conversion of 5? That is a 0, 1, 0, and rest of the part is also you need to fill with the 0, 0. Are you getting some idea, guys? Okay, are you getting? This is nothing but the 8-bit representation. Are you getting idea? Okay, similarly, suppose I want to store 17. So just check it out. How I need to add, or where I need to add. So this is nothing but what, guys? 16 is there, yes or no? 2 raised to 4, that is nothing but the 16. So we need to take this one also, right? For the calculation of the 17, yes or no? Am I right? So where I need to put as a 1, anybody from you, just help me. So you will get some idea of the where I need to put 1. 17 is the addition of, yeah, 2 raised to 4, that is 16. Can I say? Yes, 1.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, one in the first
and
box.
the last one is the 16 and 1, right? And rest of the part I need to fulfill with the or filled with the 0. Everybody is getting how this low level conversion is going to be takes place. Similarly, suppose I want to convert this 25 into the binary format, that is a low level format. So what I need to take here? Yes. Tell me where I put it 1, 1, at what place? Yes. 16 plus 8. Can I say 16 plus 8 plus, and that's it? That's it? Is there any other number? Yeah, there is a 1. Very good. Very good, Shiva. Everybody's clear with this? So like this, I just want to show you that how this machine language or the machine language conversion is going to be takes place. So there are so many different ways your computer is going to be used. There is octal, hexadecimal, specifically your addresses. Remember, your addresses are stored in the hexadecimal format. So like this, low level programming is going to be takes place. So you said that, ma'am, how this A or B, whatever the letters we are writing in your English language, right? So how this is going to be takes place with this help of this languages or with this help with this number, right? The question is arise like that A, B, C, D, that is small case and capital case, whatever the letters we are typing over here. So how these letters are going to be converted? Yes, guys, these letters are also going to be converted. There is so many coding, we can say techniques, or we can say the coding. We can say there is a language, we can say, or there is a different coding systems, we can say, not a coding system exactly. That is ABCDIC is there, then there is a BCD is there is a ASCII is there. These are the conversion techniques which is internationally recognized. So these are the, we can say, these are the techniques they are using, and what they are giving you, that, or we can say that these are the coding specification, we can say, or these are used with the help of this we can these are the one of the Unicode techniques are there. Okay, so many coding techniques are there. So with the help of this technique, each and every letter, okay, each and every letter is what, these are the one of the encoding technique, we can say more precisely, if I want to use that, encoding techniques are going to be used. With the help of this encoding technique, your this ABCD, whatever up to Z, that is small case and capital case, these are uniquely giving some number internally. These are nothing but the decimal numbers they are giving. So by using that decimal number, this ABCD is going to be converted into that binary language, and again that binary into the that is your machine language, into the your human understandable, that is a high level language. So one of the mostly used encoding technique in entirely we can say, that is in internationally, that is a ASCII is one of the, yes, I'm writing over here, this is one of the encoding technique or encoding system is going to be used. That is nothing but the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It's primarily used to represent the text characters. Okay, that text character, that there is a BCD is there, that is a binary coded decimal. But currently we are most specifically, we are using this, that is ASCII values. So each and every letter is giving some decimal value, and that decimal value is converted into what, guys? Into your binary. Okay. So like this, it is the conversion is going to be takes place from low level to high level and high level to low level. Is it clear to everybody? Yes. So main purpose of this what, guys? To represent the character for a communication and the data storage. So basically the data storage is going to be takes place like this. In your 8-bit representation, your 5 number is stored like this. Okay. Your if you are getting understanding, your 5 is going to be stored inside the memory like this. Okay. If there is this A, so this capital A is having the ASCII value is a 65. Try to understand. This is the ASCII value, which is giving by this encoding technique. So this ASCII value, which is a capital A, is representing. So this value is going to be converted into this binary number system, and then your A is going to be stored like this inside the memory. Okay. And with the help of this, you are storing, and then your fetching is going to be takes place from high level to low level to high level. Is it clear? Okay. So I'm not going in that much of detail. I'll provide you the README. Okay, I'll provide you the README. Definitely it is going to be helpful. Okay, so like this, only the thing I want to show you that like this, it is going to be takes place. Is it clear to all? Yes, fine. So now we are moving ahead. I'll just close all this. Okay, so these are the 4 number systems. So each number system having their own benefits as well as their own job. So you are basically this hexadecimal and the octal is used for the internal, whatever the memory addresses, and all these are going to be stored always in the form of hexadecimal. So in so many computer can say languages, whenever you're trying to access the addresses, at that moment you will get that little bit of hexadecimal number. So I just want to tell you that hexadecimal number is start from 0 to 16, but this a, that is 10 to 15, it is definitely show with the help of A, B, C, D, E, F, and E, F, up to that point, not G, E, F. Okay, to that it is going to be represented. Fine. Then the next thing, algorithm and flowchart. Okay, so what is this algorithm and flowchart? Algorithm is very huge concept, guys, because this in your data science there is a not a part of a data structure, but for handling the so many data structures, inbuilt data structures are there, like a stack, linked list, or this data structure is actually helping you for organizing your data inside the memory. So it is helping you for the organizing data. So for understanding that data structure, we need to use the algorithm technique. Okay. So currently why I included this, because you have to understand that before in the supercomputer, or you can say in your mainframe computer, the whatever the instructions we need to provide, it's a very combination. I already told you, it's a combination of 0 and 1. So common man, or that not common we can say, but whatever the people working over there, if somebody is on a leave, so how he is going to understood that exactly what process is going on, right? So you can't say like this key, there is a combination of 0 and 1, you are writing organizing properly, that's why it is easily to understand. No, guys, we need to follow some natural language also there. We need to follow some step-by-step representation in human understandable language. So in human understandable word, and little bit of what we can say programmatical word, that is nothing but the algorithm. Okay, so that what you can say, the process or the set of rules you are writing in a proper, or that solving that particular operation, we are using what, the algorithm. So with the help of that algorithm, somebody is on a leave and somebody is coming on that day, so he can just go through that algorithm, and whatever the documentation, if properly I want to use the word, by using that documentation he can work on that particular project, or that particular whatever the operation is going to be, next operation is going to that person want to perform. So that is the first step of your what, that documentation we can say, or for the implementation technique, for understanding the implementation technique, for understanding writing before coding. Okay, before start the coding, whatever the things we need to add, that is nothing but the algorithm. Okay, before coding, what exactly I want to perform, or what exactly coding I want to type, that thing is nothing but the algorithm. And whatever the algorithm you are writing is, the representation, diagrammatical representation of the algorithm is nothing but your flowchart. Okay, you knew it very well. If there is a little bit diagrammatical, or we can say the pictures is going to be added in any technique, or in any what we can say the diagrams, if your representation is proper, so you can understand the flow, you can understood properly that what process is going from where and how. If you are trying to show you with the help of diagrammatically, that is nothing but your flowchart. So flowchart is nothing but whatever the step-by-step algorithm you are writing, the step-by-step programming flow you are writing, that flow you are representing in a diagrammatical format with a proper shape, with the proper arrows and the connectivity. That is nothing but your flowchart. Okay, so flowchart is nothing but some of the what we can say symbolic representation, or the diagrammatical representation of your algorithm. That is nothing but the flowchart. So I'll just try to show you with the help of this. These are nothing but the different what we can say. This is symbols is used for the start, and then input processes is going to be shown you with the help of this parallelogram. Then the next instructions are going to be shown with the help of this rectangle. Okay, And then this decision making is going to be done with the help of this diamond shape. Okay, and the connector is going to be that connectivity of this whole whatever the diagrams or this whole symbols or the shapes is going to be done with the help of this arrow. So without wasting time, I'll just quickly show you one of the simple one. So you will get some idea how this is going to be possible or how it's going to be done, or the programmers who's working on the different or they are using different coding technique, how they are solving their coding or how they are using their coding before going towards the coding, how they are first writing that algorithm and then they are solving that. Okay, so I'll just show you with the help of some simple one, that is suppose I want to calculate even and odd number. Everybody know what is the even number? Even and odd number that is entered. Okay, I'll just write over here, entered number is even or odd. Only for that I am using this algorithm technique. The first step is what, guys? Always inside that algorithm we need to write here first step. So like this we have to provide the numbering. The first step is always start. Okay, then the second step, what we have to do, we require a number. We required a number from the user. So for what we are going to do, we are storing that number. We cannot take directly 10 number here, guys, because you already knew this. Why? Because we need to store somewhere else. So for that storing, we are providing the name, right? Suppose I want to, whatever the new image or new photograph is coming. So every photograph I need to save something particular unique name, yes or no? So similarly, and then we are storing inside that, what we can say, inside that your secondary storage, that is nothing but your ROM or your hard disk, you can say. So for that we need a unique name over there, right? So inside that RAM, suppose you want to store anything, we have to give the variable name. Try to understand, because that variable name is helping you for storing that particular number or digit or letter. So that concept we are going whenever we are learning ahead topic. At that time we are going to learn that one, but currently try to understand, I need to store that one. So for that, what I have to take, guys, I need to read. You can use so many words: read, input. Okay, input, what, suppose num. Okay, first thing what I have to do, I have to take number from the user, right? And I need to store inside that read number. Okay, we can say like this, or input the num. Okay, read or input the num. Then the third step, what I have to do after inputting, I need to check yes or no. I need to check whether entered number is even or odd. If it is even, I need to print that even. If it is odd, I need to print that odd, right? So I need to check. So यहाँ पे no, what I am going to write here. What I have to do, I need to write it down. So check num is, or how we can check it, if num, what, guys? I need to mod with this. Everybody know divide. So rightly here we need to use mod operator. I'll tell you why I need to use mod operator and that division operator. You can use currently division, doesn't matter. So I'll use here division operator. If it is divided by 2, am I right? It is fully divided by 2. Then the answer, if it is coming, that division remainder is coming, is 0. So remainder is going to be checked with the help of this modulus operator. That's why currently I'm going to switch into the modulus. In C programming, we need to use this modulus. Okay, division is giving you the quotient and this modulus is giving you the remainder. Is it clear, guys? So that's why I'm using over here. If num mod 2 is equal to 0, then what, guys? We need to print that number as a, or display, print, whatever the word, or output you can use, print num is even. Can I say like this? And the fifth one is if not, or we can say here, yes. Okay, that is a true part, you can say. Yes, and if else, we can say no. That is a false part. Then what we need to print? Print num is odd. Can I say like this? So this is nothing but, guys, your algorithm. And the last step always indicate with the end or stop. Hope everybody understanding how to solve with the help of algorithm. Now, whatever the algorithm you are writing, currently I am using very small objective and very small task for writing this algorithm. But trust me, guys, there are so many big algorithms also there. So reading that algorithm, it's a little bit a difficult process. So for reading, you can visualize effect. If there is a diagrammatical symbolic effect is very effective as compared to that reading material or theoretical thing. So that's why they are converted into the what, guys? The flow chart. This algorithm is converted into the flow chart. So I'm trying to draw in front of you how this flow chart is going to be takes place. So for start and end, we need to use oval shape. Okay, I'll just use this. This is the oval shape. Hope it is looking like oval. I'm trying to draw. Okay, I'll just use some another color so that is more understandable. Okay, I'm trying to draw in front of you. Is it looking like oval shape, guys? Hopefully it is oval. Okay, so this is start. Try to adjust with this oval currently. I'm trying to draw. I'm not a good okay, I can't do drawing that much. I don't know how I'm drawing right now. Okay, but if you are trying to identify this, it's much better. Okay, yeah. So second is what, guys? I need to draw here. Yeah, input and output. So input and output process we are using with the help of what, guys? Yes, I'll just show you. I am not able to show that. Can anybody tell me the process input and output is shown with the help of parallelogram? Am I right? Yes. So this is also parallelogram. So I need to write over here, read. Okay, now. The next thing what I have to do, guys, I'm going to connect this with the help of arrow, right? So this arrow, and what I have to do here, I need to check. So there is a checking condition is there. That is I have to use here diamond shape, remember. And here I'm just writing here num mod 2 equal to. Why I'm writing double equal to everything I'll tell you. Currently just try to focus here. If it is yes or true, we can say. Yes means what? You can use here true also. What happened, guys? Yes. I need to write here print. Yes. I need to print. So again, I have to use here parallelogram. I need to print here. Even, right? So same statement I need to write over here, even. Okay. And here, if it is no, then again I have to draw like this. Okay, guys, you will get some idea with the help of this, like this, or. And the last step, if both are the, then we need to stop. Is it clear, guys? So like this, you can draw this kind of flowchart. Hope everybody is clear about this. So like this techniques are going to be used for solving the problem. Before going through the coding or before going to the step of the coding, they are first try to draw with the algorithm. They are trying to solve the problem with the help of algorithm. For understanding that algorithm, we are using this flowchart technique. with the help of some diagrammatical representation. Whatever the symbols are used, they are very unique one, and we have to use that symbol for the particular processing, for the checking and the printing and the process. So many things are going to be added over there. Only few symbols are added. There are so many symbols are there. You can use that one. I'll show you. I'll provide you the readme about this. So hope everybody is clear. I'll just remove. Oh, I need to remove this. Oh, just a moment. Yeah, I need to delete this all. Okay, fine. So this is all about your algorithm and flowchart. Now we are focusing on. Now we are starting on the YC. Okay. So everybody understanding this basic introduction of yours, whatever this thing I'm just everybody is visible this screen or not? Let me know. Yeah. Yeah. So hope everybody understanding whatever the things I'm taking over here. Now I just want to take this part. Okay. So why not English? We can say why we are always use that word C language, because it contains, yes, it contains mostly the English language words. So why we are not saying that it is a English language? Why we are saying it is a programming C language? So let's start with that. Okay. So natural language are ambiguous in nature. I already mentioned this thing whenever we are working on, or whenever I explain the compiler and interpreter. At that moment, you understood that, yes, that whatever the thing we are writing in that any language, okay, or any natural language, like your any regional language, any mother tongue, there are so many words are there, like guys, they're having a two meaning. But computer doesn't working like that, guys. Okay, computer always, because computer is a machine. We can't use, there are so many, what we can say, two meaning kind of sentences, or we can't communicate with, like, just generally whenever we are dealing with our friends, or whenever we are generally, if we are trying to uh, communicate with our friends or a family, sometimes they give you the example like we can say that words something like, yeah, very good. Suppose you are doing some mistake also, then also they told you, yeah, very good, keep it up. Sometimes they want to what can say, poke you, or not poke, we can say they just want to that indicate you that you are doing the wrong thing, but very humorical way, or some funny way they are, if you are using, they are using at that time, they are using like that. But computer doesn't understood that what you are doing, you are telling them, happily or funnily, they don't know, right? They only understood that they don't understand the expression. I just want to tell you that they don't understood the expression whatever you are telling. They only understood what, guys, whatever the instructions they are, you are providing, that same instruction they only understood. So that's why you can't say that English is a C language. You have to say this is a computer language and this is your natural language, that is a English language. Okay, so I already provide these two things, that is a bank river, or a bank is a financial institute. Both are the bank, right? Then I already mentioned that pleasing and useful, we are using the good word, right? So this should not be happen in your C language. Should be whatever the word you are using, whatever your things you are using inside the C language, it should be a distinct meaning. Whatever the word you are writing, it has only and only single meaning, not a two meanings over there, or the same word doesn't have the two meanings over, right? So that is a thing, or following this thing, every language, that is every computer language is follow this rule, that whatever the words, whatever the things in that particular language, they have a predefined meaning. Okay. So that's why the computer language, we can't say this is the English exactly. Okay. So let's moving towards. So he's one of the developer or the founder member of your C language, that is a Dennis Ritchie. And he's a first that C language is follow some what we can say uh, different what we can say collaboration different whatever the languages which is invented before C, and then whatever the mistakes, whatever the new things they are adopted, everything is going to be adopted inside the C language, which is coming from the B and BCPL language. Whatever the problems that B and BCPL is facing, all are going to be solved in the C language at the last, or at the from this hierarchy of so many languages combination which is going to be included inside the C language. So these are the B and BCPL, and there is a these two language are the only, and one or two more inventions are going to be done for before C language, and all these are integrated inside your C language, and the last end product of your all these languages is nothing but your C language. So C language was developed actually on the Unix operating system, and it inherits, that is the word, proper word is over there, that it inherits the features of B, BCPL, and there is two more languages are there. But most probably before C, there is a B and BCPL is there. And they having some little bit, what we can say, lesser feature, some features of BCPL and some features is going to be adopted from this B language and making the C. Okay, so C language is one of the dominant language, or we can say for understanding, or it is one of the dominant one for learning the basic thing, or for building the logic. We have to first we need to learn the C language, then only then we can move ahead the advanced technologies or advanced languages. So nowadays also it is having so many powerful features, so many logic building features going to be only and only inside the C language itself. Okay, so I'm trying to show you the hierarchy, how this C language is coming into the picture. So first is the Algol language is there. After some drawbacks, or we can say some limitations is coming into that Algol. So there is a BCPL is there, and their inventor developer is also, I'm writing what that is a Martin Richard is there. Then B is the Ken Thompson is there. Then after this B, there is a one more, that is a traditional C is coming, which is basically developed by yours Dennis Ritchie, and then K and RC, that is one of the one more you can say updated version is of the C is coming, and that is going to be developed by the one more you can say developer is, or the inventor is there, that is a Karen Khan, and the Dennis Ritchie is there. Then there is a standardization is going to be whatever the things, whatever we developed in your technically or computer technology wise, there is always we need to standardize this, we need to make a copyright for this. So that thing is going to be done at 1990 by ISO standard that the C language is getting, and the standardized C99 that is a standardization committee is going to be working on that, and that so many developers are work on that, and that C is getting some standard, that is the ISO standard is going to be get, okay, at 1990. So that's why C99 is a one of the standard, or we can say stable version we can say over there. Okay, then the next thing, now we are comparing your English language with the C, and then we are start learning of the C language. Is it okay to all? So that is much better. One comparison should be there now. So then and only then you can understood what exactly I want to tell about this, right? What exactly the C language is going to be different from this English. Okay, so I'm just trying to give example of the English, then you will definitely understood how this C is going to be working, like whatever in C, how this whatever in English, how that inside the C is going to be work. So at that moment you will come to know how it is going to be internally work. Okay. So first, whenever we are learning any language, but currently we are focusing on the English language. So in English language, whenever we are start learning, the first thing we are learn, that is the alphabets, digits, right? So similarly, what are the different alphabets, digits, and some special symbols are how to write and how to, what are the used, that things we are going to learn. So whatever the alphabets, I'm just trying to show you that first, and then we are moving towards the slides, okay? So let's go. So first alphabet, or what we can say, for whatever the alphabets in C, that is we are trying to learn. So character set, these alphabets are known as a character set. So in C language, everything is a unique. That's why these are the categories of your alphabets, we can say. Okay. So first type is uppercase alphabets is treated differently, or they are having a different, what we can say, differently stored or differently worked. And the lowercase alphabets are also treated as a differently. So that's why this language is a case sensitive language. Means what? Whatever you are typing in capital, the capital is not a similar like your small. Like in your English, suppose you are writing capital IACSD and small IACSD. Both are considered as the same. Both are read as the same. But in C language, both are not read it as the same. Both are not considered as the same. That's why C language is known as a case sensitive language. We need to follow, if you are writing something in a capital, rest of the program, whatever the word we are written in a capital, we have to go through with the all whatever, wherever you are using that capital word, you have to use entirely inside that program capital only. You cannot write that capital word into the small, because this is not a English language. This is a C language. So capital and small treated separately. Okay. Then the next thing is digits. So 0 to 9 digits are there. Special symbols. Whenever we are learning the rest of the topic, at that moment, operators and all these topics, whenever we learn. So after few hours, we are going to learn this all. So at that moment, we are discuss this one. Then white spaces, that is a tab, new lines, single, that is a space, whatever with the help of space bar we are typing, that is also considered as a special symbol. Remember guys, because this language, when it is going to be invented, at that time there is only keyboard is there guys, there is no mouse. Try to understand, there is not any mouse devices there. So the keyboard keys are plays very important role, and according to that keys, the specific encoding techniques are also used. Try to understand. Okay, so keyboard plays important role. Currently we can use for the compilation and everything for a mouse, but the instructions should be with the help of only and only keyboard. Okay guys, fine. So now let's start with to understand. Yeah. So try to understand the C tokens. C tokens are nothing but, we can say, for grammar of your C, we can say. Okay, grammar of your C. So there are so many different WH type question, then pronouns, nouns, how the word making, how the sentence making. That is we are learn in English. So similarly, the whatever the grammar in English. So suppose you want to learn the grammar in your C programming. So these are the, what you can say, tokens. So these are the different tokens are there. With the help of these tokens, we are trying to learn our C language. So keyword, identifiers, variable, data types, character set, which is we just discussed before starting this slide. So character sets are nothing but the set of your alphabets, just like your English. Okay, if you are comparing with the English, you can say character sets are the alphabets. Okay, then constant and operators, these are we are trying to learn. So now everybody understood what are the keyword, what are the character set. So now we are trying to learn what is the keyword. So keywords are nothing but these are the reserved words. Reserved word means what? Inbuilt words, which is already present inside your dictionary, right, guys? So we are trying to find out some meaning from that dictionary, right? So these are nothing but the your inbuilt words, you can say in English. But in C language, these are known as a keywords. So keywords are nothing but the reserved words. Their meaning, whatever the keywords you are writing or whatever the keywords are used in C, their meaning already known to your compiler and their meaning already defined in the C library. So C library is nothing but, guys, C dictionary we can say, or English, just like an English dictionary, the C library is there. Is it here? Okay. So their meaning, whatever these keywords or the reserved words are available in C, their meaning is already defined or they're given inside your C library. So all these are the 32 keywords in C language. There are so many additional is going to be added over there, but my focus is I'm trying to cover all these things. Some of the keywords I'm not trying to focus because these are not used for your data science module. So I'm just trying to take whatever the more important as per your rest of the whatever the things you are going to learn. That part I'm going to cover only. Okay. But these are the 32 keywords that is we are going to learn in C language. Okay. So whatever the meaning of this we are discussed in that whatever the topics we are learning at that moment, I'm just trying to cover that. Okay. Then the next thing, C identify. So identity means what? The uniqueness, we can say, or the unique thing, right? Or the not repetitive or not repeat, the single one we can say, right? So the identifiers represent the name in C. Okay. Suppose I want to give name. Okay. I want to provide a name. So that name is nothing but the identifier. So where you can provide the name in C language? For the variables, for the functions, for the arrays, for the structure, their label or whatever the labels, whatever the name we are giving to these things, which is I just mentioned, their names that we have to provide. We means what? The developer, the programmer who's creating the program, okay, they have to provide or they have to give the name to this whatever the function variables. That names are nothing but the identifier. So how we can write that name? What that name is called? That name is called identifier. So how to write? What are the rules of writing user defined? Can I say like this? User defined name. Okay. The user provided name. What are the rules? How to write that part? We are just check it out in a few minutes. But whatever the name you are giving, that name should be maybe or not should be. It may be in uppercase or it may be lowercase. It may be consist of some digits or some underscore. But we have to follow the rules for writing this identifiers. Okay. So let's check it out. What are the rules of writing the identifier? Okay. So first rule is, first rule is what, guys? We have to start with a character. That is a letter. That is A, B, C, D. It may be capital, it may be small. But in C language, whatever, try to understand. In C language, whatever the user defined name, that is nothing but the identifier name you are writing, it should be write in a small case. Okay, small case. Why I insist in a small case? Because there is so many inbuilt, what we can say, system variable name, and there are so many system related functions are there, or they are inbuilt things are there. They are written in a capital word. So if you are writing word in capital and whatever the system related system written inbuilt word is there, if it is matched, it may be occur some kind of error. So try to avoid write capital letters, or where you have to write that capital letter, I'll tell you. But most probably the processor, that is a pre-processing unit, that is nothing but the that is a macros, inbuilt macros, inbuilt file pointers. These are written in a capital letter. Only that things you have to write in a capital letters. But whatever the rest of the labels, whatever the rest of the names, you have to write in a small. If you are writing, if you are trying out in a capital letter, doesn't matter, guys. It is not every time, it is not showing you error, but sometimes may occur whatever the name you are writing, and some names may be the they may be matched, or they may be give you the problems, right? Like that. So try to avoid to use capital letters. Only the macro names and that system variables names are, or the file related things names, you can write in a capital letters. Okay. So remember this thing. So first thing is whatever the name you are writing in user defined name you are writing in C, it should be in a start with a what, guys? Letter. It should not start with any special characters. What are the special characters? These are the special characters. So you can't write with the help of the special characters. And one more thing is what, guys? You cannot, you cannot start with a digit. Okay. Then the next thing is what, guys? It should not begin with any numerical digit, which is I already mentioned. One more important thing, guys, try to understand. You can start with the underscore. Huh? Okay. Digit के साथ नहीं कर सकते हो. If you check it out over here, I written over here that alphabet and underscore. That is the starting of that particular name of an identifier with the help of underscore. It is a possible. It is not showing an error. But the thing is, I'll show you some system variables, or there are so many system variables. Okay, and system related constants are there. They are always start with the underscore. So if you are writing any one of two, if you want to try out, if you want to do, definitely try with this help of this underscore. It is not showing any error. But thing is what, guys, if I already mentioned, there are so many system variables which is always start with the underscore. So if your name and that name, if it is going to be matched, so there is a lots of ambiguities and conflicts are coming into that picture, and you are not able to resolve that. So try to avoid that one also. Okay. So I'm not going to recommend that thing. Okay. Only the thing is you have to use with like this also, and this one also, but try to avoid this. Okay. Then the next thing, it may be uppercase, it may be lowercase, but both are considered as a distinct. If you are writing any uppercase num, and if you are considered that the same spelling is there, so I can make it as a small case, it's not going to be possible. Both are considered as a separate name of that identifier. Try to understand, because I already mentioned your C language is a case sensitive language. Remember this thing. Then the next thing is what, guys? Comma and blank spaces is not going to be written in between that identifier. Then inbuilt 32 keywords, which is we are already discussed in a few minutes before. That keywords also do not use as a user defined name. Okay. Because they are already defined now. So their meaning is a distinct one. Why you are making is at the more complex one. Try to avoid that writing that keyword. Then the next thing, the length, it totally depends on whatever the what we can say whatever the processor you are using, guys. But in the normally it is used that is not more than 31 characters, because this language is invented in the 16-bit processor at that time. So try to understand that if you are currently using more than we can say 4i and so many what we can say 64, more than 64-bit processor, 128-bit processors are currently used. So it depends on, because it is a low level, it is one of the feature of a low level also, no? So it may be varying. Try to understand. But most probably 31 characters are there, but it vary maybe the processor to processor, because it is one of the having a feature of low level also. Okay. So C language is one of the language. In a particular processor, it is working in separate differently, and in another processor, if it having a more configuration, maybe it give you some different result also. This is going to be happened with the C language. That is, I want to tell you precisely, and more focusing on highlight one. That sometimes if you are working with the 32-bit or a more 16-bit processor, the same output is not going to coming for that particularly in the 64-bit. It may be vary, guys. Remember this thing. The next thing is identifier should be written in such a way that it should be meaningful, short, and easy to read. Don't write more longer name to your whatever the identifier you are writing. It should be short, simple, and one more important thing, you need to follow the naming convention rule. This naming convention rule is you have to follow whenever you are placed in a company, guys. If you are not going to follow, definitely you are in a trouble. So my job is I'm trying to cover your basic things. So that is I have to tell you that you have to follow the naming convention rule. What is in the naming convention rule? Means what? If you're working on the student management system, or if you're working on the railway reservation, you can say, or metro reservation system, so try to use the name that is not ABCD. It should be a customer oriented. So try to use that whatever the name, it is a customer oriented. Suppose you are using the student related system, then at that time you have to use the roll number, you have to use proper that student name, student application number, like that uh, identifier you have to take with the meaningful and a short and easy. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, so first thing, the first identifier we are trying to write or trying to, I'm trying to show you, that is nothing but the variable in C. So this variable concept, you are not able to, nobody is going to help you to understand what is meant by variable in the rest of the advanced technologies. Try to understand right now what is meant by variable. Okay, guys. So variable is nothing but it is a name given to your memory location. So thing is, I want a feedback from you. Everybody is understanding, everybody trying to matching my speed, everybody understanding whatever thing I'm going to cover over here up to. Is there any doubt? Everybody is understanding. Okay, fine. So I'll try to show you with the help of programmatically also. Now the actual program is start right now. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Now, try to focus over here. So please try to understand why we are required this variable. So why we have to provide name to your memory location? Yes, because guys, everything in this language, if this variable concept is not in your study or in your this syllabus, what happened, guys? This is a very important thing. If you are trying to access something, how you can try to access? Suppose, try to understand, if anything is stored, suppose trying to draw in front of me. Yeah. Okay. Now suppose this is a RAM, consider it. And this is one of my hard disk. You know, this is a primary memory and secondary memory. Yes, everything is first stored inside the RAM, or you can say this is also known as a ROM. ROM is nothing but your secondary memory where the permanently data is going to be stored, and this is nothing but your RAM, where your what, guys? Temporary data we can say. Yes, stored over. So currently I'm typing where, guys? Think about it. Currently I'm not saving anywhere. So my data is stored where, guys? Inside the, yes, guys? Inside we can say buffer first, and then we can say the RAM, right? So before RAM there is a buffer memory is also there. Okay, I'm just giving you some little bit idea about the memory. Okay, so whatever code I am typing, guys, try to understand. Suppose I want to do addition of a two number. So if I'm storing like this 10, 20, and suppose their memory is, just a moment. Suppose this memory inside that RAM, and this is one of the memory location inside the RAM. And suppose this memory is suppose the hexadecimal number system I'm trying to write here, like this, and 101. And similarly, it is inside this. Suppose I am taking some, okay, and 102. Okay. What I have to do, suppose I want to access this 10 and 20 inside my, suppose this is my what, one of the, I can say IDE, which is integrated development environment I am going to use. That is one of the Dev CPP I am going to use for your this program. So this is one of the tool or software which is helping me for writing a C program. And here I want to access from here I am typing. Okay, this is also working on in somewhere inside the RAM. And first this 10 and 20, 10 and 20 is here, and then it is going inside the RAM. Suppose I want to try to access this 10 and 20 over here. This is in another location, this is another location, and this is one more location. How I can access it, guys, here? If I am telling you 10 and 20, it's not able to get me the proper 10 and 20, right? And if I'm trying to access this long hexadecimal address every time, so it is become a secure, or it's secure or less secure? Tell me, the security problem is there or not? I'm directly accessing the address, so anybody can come and anybody can access that address, yes or no? So it is a little bit less secure, can I say like this? And how I can access it? Every time I have to remember this combination of hexadecimal number, and I have to access with the help of that addresses, which is very difficult to access, yes or no? So what that variable concept is going to be do? We are giving this, instead of writing this hexadecimal, we are trying to write some name to this memory location for our understanding. Now can I access it very easily? If I'll tell my programmer that I want to access whatever inside that num1 I want to use for the addition, and whatever inside that m2 I want to perform the addition for this both. So definitely it is acquiring internally what happening. It is acquiring that memory location, and I'm directly getting this 10 and 20. So it is an easier way to remember these addresses or to remember this name inside the program. Definitely this name is remembering is very easy as compared to this address. So that's why this variable concept is coming into the picture. So variable is helping you to access this memory location, and not in exactly memory location, we can say the value present inside that memory location. Okay, that value present inside that memory location, it is going to be accessible with the help of this variable. Everybody is clear why we are using this variable concept? So variable concept is helping you for a storing whatever the data we want to require, whatever the data in a programmatically we want to require for accessing, for processing, for performing some operation. We can, with the help of that variable name, we can perform so many operations. That is with the help of that variable name. Is it clear to all? Yeah. Now I'm just trying to focus on the program. I want to show you the program, how to write the variable. Before writing that, I want to show you first thing, that is the rules are the same, guys. Rules are the same. Whatever the rules we are just discussed about the identifier, the same rules are going to be used for this data type. So not data type, I'm so sorry, for this variable also. But before writing that variable in a programmatically, I want to show you the different data types. Okay, I'll just try to explain the data type first, then I'm going to show you the variable. Is it clear? Then and only then you are able to understand and able to whatever the thing I want to type, you will able to understand. Okay, so that's why I first take this data type and then I'll show you one program and how to write the program in C. Okay, now try to focus over here, guys. Data type. So whatever the thing coming into the new thing you are learning right now, guys. So try to understand. I'm trying to help you. What is the requirement of this? Why these are the requirement? So why the developer developed this thing? Try to understand. Then whatever the contents of that topic, I'm going to explain. But the question arises every time, why first and then what? Why it is required and then what is it? Okay. try to focus like this. Okay. So variable, why we are using, what is the requirement, everybody properly understood. I consider that thing. Okay. Can I consider? Okay. Yes, everybody is understanding the requirement properly and how to write. That is, I'll just show you. But the requirement everybody understood properly. Right? So now I'm trying to focus what is this data type in C. Now, first I'll try to show you. Then your requirement definitely you are understood. Suppose inside the RAM, suppose I am typing like this. Suppose I am typing some alphabets. Then I'm typing some just like this. Again, I'm typing like this. Again, I'm typing. Okay. Then again, I'm typing. Okay. Again, suppose I'm typing. Okay. Okay. So, is there anybody understood what exactly I'm typing? Are you able to read it out? A variable identifier is what I'm trying to tell you. First, I'm taking this question. Variable is a one of the type of identifier we can say. These are not a different. These are not they are not the competitor. So I cannot differentiate between them. Try to understand. Identifier is a variable. Identifier is a function. Identifier is, we can say like that. Like this relation between the identifier and variable. Okay, Jeevan, are you able to understand? Jeevan question. And Warren also asking the same question. Are you able to understand? Yeah, fine. Okay, so now I'm focusing on this point. Yeah, so these are what, guys, these are some data I'm typing. But if I'm typing like this, how the data is going to be stored inside the memory? Can you just tell me? It is stored as per the that we can say word, or it is stored as a number, or it is stored as a, that is, this is one of the precision number, or it is stored as a single letter or single number, or this is a too many, what we can say, one of the long number. It's not, it's we can't say like that it is how it is going to be stored. If data is coming like this, so we cannot identify what exactly I want to store inside the memory. Try to understand. Okay, that computer doesn't understood what exactly you want to store. I'm not able to understood this. So that's why this data type concept coming into the picture. Try to understand why this data type is coming. For separately handles different type. According to the type, your data is separately handled. Whatever the type, okay, whatever the type of data, according to that, your what data is going to be stored inside the memory. Along with that, it is going to be handled separately with their type. Okay, so we can say this is a very data specific language, because in the previous there is only 0 and 1 is there, but in C language you can store an integer number, you can store a character, you can store a word. So that is going to be possible with the help of this data type. So data separation or the type specified language, we can say this is one of your C language. So according to whatever the type of data coming, according to that, your data is stored inside the memory. Okay. So the requirement everybody understood. So according to that, your what data is going to be stored. So with the help of these, I'm just trying to delete this, then I'll move in towards my slide. So with the help of this classification, your data is going to be stored inside the memory. So my main focus is primitive data type. Definitely, I'm going to cover this derived one data type as along with this also. But currently, my main focus is on this primitive data type. So what is this primitive data type? Primitive data type is the data type which is these are the one of the, what we can say, these are the type over there, and these are the keywords are considered as a primitive data type. So what are the different keywords are going to be used inside data type, this data type, that is a char. What is the use of char? Its name itself implies that char is used for storing a single character. Then the next is int. Int is used for storing integer data type. Everybody know the integer concept very well. I need to consider this thing. Yes, guys, I'm not a mathematics teacher right now. So everybody knew this concept, that what is the integer. For storing the integer data, we are going to use this int keyword. For separating or for storing the float data. What is meant by float? Precision number. Okay, precision, that is a dot, decimal point. After decimal point, whatever the number is going to be stored, that is nothing but the precision. So that precision floating number is going to be stored inside that float. And the double is what? We can say double precision number, or the scientific calculation. If there is a long precision, or that long after that precision, if there is a more than 6, more than 10 number is be required. So at that moment, that double data type is used. Void is a primitive data type, but we are not going to store anything with a void. Void is one of the return type, we can say. What is this return type? We'll discuss in a few minutes. Definitely we are going to see this. But currently, try to understand void is a primitive one, but it is not used for the storing purpose. It is used for only and only a returning purpose. What is this return? That part definitely we are going to cover in a function talk. Is it clear to all? So now quickly, without wasting time, I'll just quickly show you this one. And then we are going for our break. Okay. Now focus on this first of all. The data type in C. So what is the necessity or what is the requirement? Everybody understood this. So for storing your whatever amount of data is coming to your what we can say RAM, or for your processing or for your programming, we are separated out with the help of this data type. So character is mostly used for storing the single character. Okay, so char keyword is used. For storing a single character, it is taking a 1 byte. Remember, for storing a single character in C, how many bytes required, guys? 1 byte. Is it clear? Integer. Okay, integer is used for storing a integer data type inside the memory. So it is taking a 4 byte. In a 16-bit processor, it is taking a 2 byte. Okay, but nobody is using right now 16-bit processor. Everybody is having a more than 64, more than 28 kind of processors are there. Bit processors are there. So your integer is going to be that is a 4 bytes. Okay, for single integer number is going to be stored in a 4 byte. Then next is a float. Float is taking again 4 bytes, and that double is taking a 8 bytes. So let's moving towards how to write the program first. Before starting this, you have to use the format specifiers, because this is a format specific language. Okay, only in C language this format specifier are used. In the rest of the language, this format specifier concept is going to be not used. Only inside the C language, because first time this format processing or according to the data type, according to the whatever different types of data, it's separated in this language only. So that's why the format specific language, we can say this is one of the language. So for storing the character type of data, we have to use this %C. For storing the that is a integer data, we have to use %D, and one more is %P is also there. Then %F is used for this floating, and for double %LF is going to be used. Okay. Now I have to tell you one of the most important function in, or how to write a program in C. First, just check it out, and then I'll give you the break. Okay. Then I'll give you the break. Okay. Now try to focus over here. Simple C program. Simple C program, we need to, whenever we are writing any C program, we need to follow this structure. Guys, trust me, whenever you are learning advanced technology, definitely there are so many things are going to be deprecated, and so many things are not going to be used. In a Python, if you are learning a Python, there is a very lesser coding is there, guys. Okay. somebody is new about little bit knowledge about the Python, I think so. So they knew very well that there inside the Python, these kind of overheads are not there. That declaration, initialization, so many things is most probably they are not used. They are make it as a very simple, very one line code or very inline kind of things are going to be used in a Python. Okay, but in some languages, still we need to follow some syntaxes over there. So this is the syntax of writing C program. Okay, the first line of your C program, is it visible now, guys? I'll make a little bit of zoom. I'll zoom it. Okay, so first line of your C program is always contains the header file. Okay, this is nothing but, guys, header file. What is the use of writing this header file? Please remember, this is one of the C language is what, guys? One of the procedural oriented language, functional programming language. C language is a middle level language. So inside C, whatever code we are trying to write, it is always we have to use some inbuilt keywords. Along with the keywords, we have to use some inbuilt function. So inbuilt function, one of the most or frequently used inbuilt function is a printf and scanf. Okay, printf itself name is telling you for the printing data on a screen or a output device. And scanf is used for taking data or reading data from the keyboard. That is used for a scanf. Okay, these are the two inbuilt functions. I'll discuss in a detail as well. So these two functions frequently we are used. So that functions are known as a standard input functions, standard input output function. Okay, printf and scanf. Scanf is for the input purpose and printf is for the output purpose. So these are the inbuilt function. Are you able to understand these are the inbuilt function? Okay, I'm telling you, just wait. I'll just tell you. Yeah. Wait. Let me finish this first. So these are the standard input output, what header file we can say. And inside this header file, this function declaration is there, guys. Be a declaration. What is meant by this declaration? What is meant by definition? We don't understand that. Try to right now just understand my word. Declaration means what, guys? I'm telling my compiler that I want to use this inbuilt function. Okay, I'm just telling the compiler whatever the Dennis Ritchie, Keringham, and whatever the NCC committee, what are the different functions they are making? They are stored inside where, guys? Inside the C library. I already told, just like English dictionary, there is a C library is there. But whenever you are writing any or whenever you are trying to use inbuilt, automatically the compiler, everything is automatically what, guys? It is going to be inside your what we can say CPU is already available there. So what job of this header file, whatever the C library stored inside your what we can say computer, inside somewhere inside the memory, what we are telling to our compiler that wherever it is C library stored, inside that C library, this printf and scanf definition is there. Means what? Definition means what? Coding is there. Their code is written by the Dennis Ritchie and so many developers are there. That code I want to use inside my program, and their functionality I want to use inside my program. What is the functionality of printf and scanf? That first we are focusing on the printf. That printf functionality is what? Whatever we are writing inside the printf, it is displaying on the screen. So that functionality I want to use inside my program, that is we are telling to our compiler with the help of this header file. Now tell me, it is clear to all of you? Ye samajh, everybody understanding this? What I'm trying to tell you? Okay, the first line is telling you that whatever the inbuilt thing I'm using, okay, their definition is already stored in somewhere inside the C library. I want to use inside my program. Okay, then the next is int main. In C programming, precisely we need to write int main. Okay, the rest of the technologies we do not require to write int only. We can use void also. But why we are telling, why we are writing this int main? Because this is a very low level programming at that moment. Currently also we cannot write, but for the practice purpose, we need to write. Okay, for few days we need to write this one. Okay, but what happened currently? Currently operating system is very smarter than smarter, but in the previous days, this is not going to be happening. So what happened, whenever we are writing any program or whenever we are opening any program, at that time operating system, whatever the processes of the operating system is fully focused on that program. In the previous days, guys, try to understand. Fully focus on that program, all the processes or everywhere, whatever the work is behind over there, operating system is focused on that program. So it's our job that tell to our operating system that my program execution is stopped. You just resolve whatever the processes you are allocating for this program, just deallocate it. That indication is done with the help of int main and return 0. Okay. Operating system is fully focused on this program. So I want to remove that focus. So how I can remove that focus? With the help of this int main and return 0. Everybody understanding? So it is telling to your operating system ki my job is whenever execution is over na guys. So execution, how it is going to be over? With the help of that int main and return 0. Why we are writing this int main and return 0? Specifically int why we are writing? For telling our operating system that my program execution is finished. Try to allocate the resources for the other process or other thing. That is my job. So I'm a good programmer at that time. So that's why I need to write. Okay. And main is the entry point of your program. Whenever you are learning Java, CPP, this is the single function every time we need to write in our program. Programming language entry point or the programming language, we can say the entry is definitely done with the help of only and only single function, that is a main function. Okay, so you have to write at least one function that is nothing but the main function. Clear to all? Everybody understanding the programming structure? There are so many things I need to include over here. Okay, I'll quickly write this program, same program, and then I'll give you break. Okay, I'm quickly writing this program. Okay, and then we'll go in a detail. I'll open this header file for you and I'll show you how it is going to be work. Okay, I'm using this Dev C++ software where you can do the CPP programming as well as your C program. Okay, and right now I'm trying to write here. Okay, this is the what we can say, every time we are using this is the introductory program, we can say. And return 0, you can return anything, but currently I'm just writing not anything, any integer value. Pardon, that any integer value you can write over here, but the smallest one is the return 0. That's why I'm writing I'm just using the what we can say recommended one, that is a 0. Always we need to write a 0 over here. Now the second thing what you have to do, you have to save this. I'm just saving this. So I just opened so many things. I just want to, yeah. So I'll just make one folder over here. And this is the demo dot C. By default, it is stored as a saved as a, not a stored as a, saved as a .cpp file. So precisely you need to write over here .c whenever you are saving your code in a C program, and click on the save. Then what you have to do, you have to use this one, that is compile first. F9 is the shortcut key. So this is just a warning, guys, because I changed the compiler now for my previous done. So that's why it is showing me that warning. Warning can be skippable. You can skip that warning. Okay. So it is working fine. There is no error. And then run this. Is it coming? This is nothing but your exe file. If you check, I'll just try to focus here. Or I'll just maximize this one. Okay. And I'm trying to show this. If it is visible to you, demo.exe. Is it visible? This exe file is created by your compiler, guys, which is I already mentioned this whenever I explain the translator. And this is the output file. Remember, the output is visible. So what is the job of your printf? Printf is a printing. Suppose I skip this one. So this is nothing but the comment. Comment means what? Whatever you are writing. This is a single line comment and multi-line comment I'll show you. Whenever you are typing this is as a comment. So this part is not compiled by your program. This is going to be skipped by your compiler. So मैंने अभी ये if I am remove this, okay, if I remove this also, the same thing is going to be happened. And if I'll comment this, so this is also just like a removing like this or skipping this, okay, same thing is going to be done. So currently what I'm going to do, I'm just commenting this, okay, and again I compile this. What happened, guys? Right now, currently it is showing me the warning. Along with the warning, there is an error also coming. But currently it is showing me the warning. And there is a compiler error is also here. Okay, this one is the error if you check it out. Okay, I'm trying to compile this. It is showing me an error. If I'm trying to print, it is printing. Why? Because it is already, my header file is already going to be, what we can say, inside my object code is already compiled. So that's why it is going to be happened. But in a few, what we can say, IDE, it is not going to be supported. Okay. So yeah, definitely showing an error if you are not writing any, what we can say, if you are not included any header file. Okay. Definitely showing an error. I'll definitely show you that error also. Why it is currently working? Because the code is already compiler inside the compiler. It is already stored over there. No? So that's why it is showing you. It is not showing you in any error. But definitely in some IDE, if you are using, definitely it is going to be shown as an error. Okay. So yeah, definitely it is coming an error. Okay. If you are not included this way. This is one of the header. So hope everybody is clear how to write this. I know everybody is waiting for a break. So take a up to 2 p.m. there is a break, guys. Take a 2 p.m. up to 2 p.m. break. Come back after a break. If you have any quick question, you can ask me right now. If you don't have, take a break and come back the session. Join the same link. Okay. Is there anybody having a quick question? You can ask me right